Hello there, this is Heirs to the Kingdom channel, and today's lesson, we're starting a new book, the book of Joshua. Going to be doing chapters 1 through 3 today. If you're new to this, it's a Bible study channel going through the King James Bible, not skip anything as Scriptures command. So if you would, like, subscribe, and share this content, and go ahead and get started here. So, we just finished Deuteronomy, and so Moses is no more with the Israelites. Joshua is now taken over, and that's what we'll be starting with today. So let's go ahead and get in here and get started. Chapter 1, verse 1 of Joshua. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that I have given unto you, as I said unto Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life, as I was with Moses. So I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto thy fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. So that commandment still with us today as we follow Christ. We're not to turn to the left or to the right. We're to stay on the path of Christ. And for us today, like in here, we're going to have the same commandment about obeying the Lord, stuff like that, or you'll be put to death. For us, it's like we will not live. We will not inherit the kingdom. We will not get heaven, is the way it would be worded today. Let's continue on verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success. So the same commandment is with us today for the parts that apply to us today. So it's very easy to follow the Old Testament and learn which parts apply to us today, because once you go through the New Testament, Jesus says what he got rid of. The rest still stands. If Jesus didn't get rid of it, it still stands. Why? Because Jesus is not over his Father. God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit these three are one, but God was still first. Let's continue here, verse 9. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, Pass through the host, and command the people, saying, Prepare your victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over this Jordan, to go in to possess the land which the Lord your God giveth you to possess it. And to the Reubenites, and to the Gadites, and to the half tribe of Manasseh spake Joshua, saying, Remember the word which Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, saying, The Lord your God hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan, but ye shall pass before your brethren armed, all the mighty men of valor, and help them, until the Lord have given your brethren rest, as he hath given you, and they also have possessed the land which the Lord your God giveth them, then ye shall return unto the land of your possession, and enjoy it, which Moses, the Lord's servant, gave you on this side Jordan toward the sunrising. And they answered Joshua, saying, All that thou commandest us we will do, and whithersoever thou sendest us we will go. According as we hearkened unto Moses in all things, so will we hearken unto thee. Only the Lord thy God be with thee, as he was with Moses. Whosoever he be that doth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken unto thy words, and all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage. Chapter 2. And Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab. This name is very important because she's like the great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother of King David. So she becomes an Israelite. Even though she is a harlot, that means prostitute, she still is married, to an Israelite man, and they have children, and later on the lineage comes down, King David. And later on from that comes Joseph and Mary, the mother of Christ. So Christ comes from the lineage of David, which comes from the lineage of Rahab. And so this is a lesson of knowing that no matter who you are, when you start serving the Lord, God can use you. So as long as you adhere to him and listen, he can use you. If you reject him and rebel, he can't. Verse 2. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. So here she's saying a lie. So God does not curse her for it. God does not curse the men that the lie protects. So in just situations, God says it's okay, to say something that isn't true for protection of the innocent and stuff of that nature. Now, of course, it's still bearing false witness on herself because, she's saying, hey, I don't know where they went, but of course she does because she hid them. But mostly we know from this teaching that when thou lie and bear false witness to do evil works, that's where it's more of a sin. That's the sin all itself, is because what it's intent to do. Let's continue on here, verse 5. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went, I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. Now, of course, the stalks of flax is the things that, would hold wheat, corn, the tall parts, and they gathered them in bands. And, of course, they normally had a rope around them, and that's how they carried them from the field, so on and so forth. People bought the stuff as it was. They didn't buy bags of flour. They bought the stuff, took the wheat off of it, or took the corn off of it themselves, and used it for whatever they used it for. They grind the wheat into flour, make their own flour, so on and so forth. This is how things were. Let's continue on, verse 7. And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords. And as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above, and in earth beneath. Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have showed you kindness, that ye will also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token. So here the word of God has already spread from what happened in Egypt all the way to what they were doing in the wilderness for 40 years. And all of that was God was preparing the land. So he already brought fear into the people and knowledge into the people of who he is and what he's doing. And this is the same thing Moses was saying, don't destroy all the people, because then all the other people will say, what kind of God would do this to his own people? So one of the reasons why God loved Moses so much is because of how he protected the people, even though they didn't deserve it. But let's continue on here. Verse 13. And that ye will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death. And the men answered her, our life for yours, if ye utter not this our business. And it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town hall, and she dwelt upon the wall. And she said unto them, get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way. And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by, and thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him. And if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath which thou hast made us to swear. And she said, according unto your word, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. And they went and came unto the mountain, and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. So the 2 men returned, and descended from the mountain, and passed over, and came to Joshua the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them. And they said unto Joshua, truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us. Chapter 3. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim, and came to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass after 3 days that the officers went through the host. And they commanded the people, saying, when ye see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then ye shall remove from your place, and go after it. Yet there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits, by measure. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go. For ye have not passed this way heretofore. Which means you haven't gone this way before. It's land you don't know yet. Verse 5. And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant, and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, This day will I begin to magnify thee in the sight of all Israel, that they may know that, as I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. And thou shalt command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, When ye are come to the brink of the water of Jordan, ye shall stand still in Jordan. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Come hither, and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, Hereby ye shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Gershites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth passes over before you into Jordan. Now therefore take you 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand upon an heap. And it came to pass, when the people removed from their tents to pass over Jordan, and the priest bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they that bear the ark were coming to Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan overfloweth all his banks all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon an heap very far from the city Adam, that is beside Zaratan. And those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed, and were cut off, and the people passed over right against Jericho. And the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the midst of Jordan, and all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over Jordan. And that's the end of the lesson today. Now, a lot of these chapters are quite short. Joshua itself is not a long lesson. It's only got 24 chapters. And a lot of these are kind of short, so there will be short lessons, which isn't too bad. But, it will be, as I go through about, a certain number of pages I see is how I'll do my lessons. That's how I'll do them anyways, of all of them. So sometimes it's 1 chapter, 2 chapters, 3 chapters, somewhere in there. But yeah, so now they've crossed over Jordan. They're crossing over. Actually, no, they just finished crossing over, and they're close to Jericho. It's going to be the first city that falls. And a miracle happens there. And that will be into the next lesson. So, don't forget to pray. Pray for yourself, others, the lost, the found, all people, all nations, everywhere, everything. Always something to pray about, and always people to pray for. And don't forget to give God all the praise, glory, and worship, and thanks and everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. Yeah, my dyslexia is starting to kick in bad already, so yeah. Anyways, hope everyone has a good, blessed day, and goodbye.